couple seconds. No, we're live right now.
Shit, I didn't even fix my phone yet.
Just fixed your phone. Also need to fix mine.
Yeah, you do. I don't have to say anything, but yeah, really do.
Thank you. And we are definitely gonna be no notifications still, and I'm the one who runs the page. There we go. Perfect. And anyone out there, it's perfect to see you guys.
All right, it's up for me too.
Got it?
Awesome.
Cool.
All right, everybody. So, welcome to the Bakersfield Gentlemen. I'm here with my brother Miguel here at Clubbers Lounge in Bakersfield, California. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm super tired. I didn't work this morning, but I did have to drive down to Anaheim. It was my once a month trip down there.
A long ass day.
Yeah, and especially when you go by yourself, it's super boring and just a long drive, especially when you get stuck in that LA traffic. So, um, yeah, it was a rough one. I'm not gonna lie. My job is to get down there, get the check, put it in the bank, and get back as soon as possible. And I'm worn out from the drive. There was a lot of traffic both ways. Um, so yeah, it does wear on you, especially when you're driving by yourself. It's about a 2.5 hour drive both ways.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, yeah. So it is what it is. I'm gonna try to keep as lively as I can, guys. So if you see me faltering or you see me waning the enthusiasm, please let me know in the comments. Um, that way we can bring it back up to an 11.
Is there such thing as like shot, but like I guess a Red Bull vodka would be the closest thing, but you want to like a bomb in that situation. It's like an entire Red Bull.
I wouldn't drink and drive, dude. That's not cool.
I'm talking about here now, right? In this particular area, this is not. You're not driving in here. If you did, it'd be very dangerous.
Drive you crazy.
No.
Really? You don't think I could?
I absolutely know you couldn't. I don't want that to happen.
All right then.
Now, today, guys, I am smoking this guy, which is an unbanded, non-named, unknown cigar for me because we have a lot of. Hey, Jim, how you doing, brother? We have a lot of cigars like this.
Oh, just a heads up to everybody that won prizes on our 5-year anniversary show. Congratulations again. Prizes don't go out till Friday. I just got my email today that the Patreon money was deposited, but it takes a day or two to clear. So it should be ready to go by Friday.
Tomorrow we do have quite a bit.
Yeah, I had gotten a message from somebody saying, "Hey, I never got a tracking number for my prize to get to me tomorrow." I was like, "No, it's not getting to you tomorrow. We're sending them out, or not tomorrow, but Friday.
Yeah,
sending them out on Friday." So there's a little misunderstanding there. You guys, they will be sent out this coming Friday. Tomorrow we're gonna be super busy. So if anybody is religious, or even if you're not, if you want to send some positive thoughts our way, our mother will be undergoing some surgery.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'll be posting anything tomorrow, but if you want to keep her in your thoughts and prayers, she'll be going under the knife tomorrow. Monday, there will not be a show. We are going to go say our final respects and goodbye to our Tío Jose, who passed away last week. The funeral happens to be Monday, so there will be no show Monday. As far as Friday's show goes, it will be postponed till Saturday midday after the Longhorns game, but before our cigar event at the fairgrounds.
Yes. So I mean, there's good stuff coming from it. There's again cigar event this weekend, should be great. Thank you, Brad. Appreciate that. Miss you too, brother. Hope everything's going well. Glad to hear that Arizona's dying down a little bit with the heat. At least I would say, we're about 88 to 93 ish all week, like in that range.
It was 74 down in Anaheim today.
Don't rub it in. It's been a little warm today here in Bakersfield, but you know what? A lot better than usual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do a little something that I usually don't do, but this is something that, speaking of events, that we're asked to do quite a bit. When you are doing something where it's a lot of people running up and down, like, oh, I need a cigar, let me get that. You cut it for me. Cut right through the solo. But this ain't a really great cutter. This is just one of the regular toss away. What is it, like 50 for $50? So if you have a store, cheapy guy.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this through this to show you guys how effective or ineffective this is gonna be. So wish me luck, because this is something that you don't usually want to do with a used one of these guys. If it's brand new, it might get through quite a few of these. You can have a full day of it, no problem. But it looks like we're okay. I think, yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times I've seen people do that at stores when they're not going to smoke it there. They want to take it to go, and they just don't want it cut for them. The only thing I would say would put them in the cellar the other way around. That way you can kind of slide it up, cut it, and then slide it back in.
That's kind of a smart idea. The only thing I could think of other than that is to put a opening on both sides, so you just slide it in and then fold the cello onto itself. But
Wrap it like a candy.
kind of, yeah. But that would take more work for everyone
Yeah.
assembling the assembly line of that because it's all again by hand.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a machine to put them in the cello. I think it's just put it in, hold it down, continue to go. Jim, thank you so much. Appreciate that too, brother. It's she's gonna be fine. She's got to get
Yeah.
some rest, and we want to make sure we're there for as much as we can be. She still has 5 crazy kids at home. One in her first couple months, not even months, like her first month basically of college. So she's the worrying mom, totally normal thing. Oh, the little one's out of the city on her own. So just want to make sure we can help out as much as we
Yeah, and again, thank you for the condolences for our uncle. Um,
can. Yeah.
I haven't really spoken to him in quite a while. It's been a while. He's down in Santa Paula, um, and with me running the business now, I've missed a lot of family stuff that's been down in that area because I've had to stay back and work. So unfortunately, I wasn't there just to say bye, but we'll be there Monday. To show love and support to the rest of the family. Um, yeah. So again, guys, no show this Monday. We'll be attending a funeral for Theo Jose. Um, so I hope you guys understand why there will be no show. And I am smoking the King of Kings from La Fabrica Sinistro cigars.
Nice, very nice. Robert, how you doing? Archie, how's it going? It looks like Brad's smoking the Las Calaveras Esteli LE 2022. That brings up a good point. I think you just mentioned this like last show.
I did. As a matter of fact, I want to say again a big thank you to Jeremy McMahon, president of our club here, Culebras. I had been looking for the Las Calaveras 2022 for a while. A couple shops that they had them, and ended up being like the 2019 or the 2020 or the 2021. And I was like, no, that's not the one. The one I'm looking for is this one. Like, oh yeah, sorry, we don't have it. We don't have it. But finally, I talked to Jeremy because I'd actually given him a call, and I wanted to tell him how much I enjoyed the Archetype cigar that he handed us at the event last time because I smoked it. We were playing cards. I told you guys this. It was a delicious cigar. It was so good, much better than I remember. So I had to call him and tell him how much I appreciated him giving us that cigar, how much I loved smoking it. And when I had him on the phone, I was like, "Hey, by the way, did you order any of the Las Calaveras 2022s?" He's like, "Yeah, I think I have like the last 4 years running." I was like, "That's amazing."
Oh,
I was like, "If you do me a favor, if you could part with a couple of them, I'd really like it." So he actually gave me the last 4 years, 2022, 2021, 2020, and 2019, I believe. Um, one of them is in a Robusto, the rest of the Toro size, I believe. Um, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video where I'm going to smoke all 4 of them and give you guys my thoughts on the differences between the different blends and the different years.
is that supposed to be the Rams that I'm seeing right there? Yep, that looks like it. Rams football on Monday night.
The Rams cost me my fantasy football game by throwing a pick and letting the defense score. They completely destroyed me. I was supposed to win by a few points, by a comfortable couple points margin. But when their defense did what they did to the Rams, when the San Francisco defense did that to the Rams, it totally killed it for me. So yeah, it was bad. I was about to beat the only undefeated person left, and unfortunately, their defense is like, no.
You got hosed. You definitely got hosed. But you know what? It was still a good game. Good game nonetheless. At least maybe not for the Rams, but for you, it was close. It just got lucky. Got lucky on that one.
It was bullshit.
Richard, how you doing? If it's the one with the light blue band, Brad got you. If that's what you're looking for.
That was the one that I was looking for. I have one. Like I said, Jeremy was able to give me one, so I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, if you want to send more, I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Matt, how you doing? Checking in on YouTube again for those who prefer YouTube over this craziness of Facebook. I don't blame you one bit. But you can watch on either one at any time. So if you want to hop on over there, be sure to do so. What are your thoughts on jerseys? Some people like them, some don't. What does depends on the jersey. I'm not gonna wear.
Yeah, I don't really wear jerseys all that much.
I'll wear my Buccaneers one on the Super Bowl when we go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That's it.
I really don't wear. The only thing I do that's kind of semi jersey ish is the Dodger button up shirt.
Oh, that's different though.
Yeah, but
sacred.
yeah, I don't really wear basketball jerseys, baseball jerseys, football jerseys, hockey. I'm more of a t-shirt sports person guy. So I've got a t-shirt with the Longhorns on it. I got with the Patriots on it. I got with the Dodgers on it. So I'm more of a T-shirt person than a jersey person. I do like when they give away free jerseys for the kids at like the Condors games. I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
I
that's a
mean, they're
nice
not the
one.
highest quality jerseys, but that's still a really cool promotion. We did have an authentic Condors jersey that I believe we won. Um, and I mean, as a family, we won it when we went to one of the games. We got it signed and everything. So that was pretty cool. But when it comes down to it, I really don't wear jerseys. That's just not my thing. Um, but yeah, if you guys had like jerseys, that's awesome.
I think the hockey jersey is the most comfortable, honestly. Though I did wear that a couple of times, like school, because growing up in Bakersfield, um, the only thing that transcend any kind of like social or at the time like clothing trend or any kind of um like what's cool and what's not, it's wear your hockey jersey. 'Cause everyone loves the Condors here. I mean, you could be the preppiest kid or the nerdiest kid or the most athletic or someone who hates sports. Everyone loved going to the Condors game,
Hmm.
and everyone still does it. Love that situation. Um, I would love to get a hold of one of my father's jersey type, the uniform they were wearing.
Hmm.
They had a baseball jersey, the button up kind of
Yeah.
situation going. I love those. So if it wasn't like for a sporting team, I might wear that look because it looks pretty cool. I'll give them that. I'll give
Okay.
them that. Matt, day one on YouTube, of course, brother. No worries. Um,
Yeah. Well, sorry we missed you too. It was a really fun event. So these had some fantastic prizes to give away. Apostate cigars were there. Um, it was a really fun event.
the one says he wears the PSU every game. It's one of his smoking jerseys. That's a
Mm.
cool idea. Smoking jersey. I like that. Yeah, I dig that 100%. Brad, send him the address and he'll hook you up. There you
Okay.
go. Appreciate that, brother. And we should have your email. I will make sure I have it though. If not, I'll send you a message, a private message on Facebook. I wear a BK baseball jersey. We've been looking at that. They're
Now
just so expensive to get made proper.
we do have a
Letterman
faux
jacket.
Letterman's jacket up on the
That's lit.
website, and actually, I think Samuel bought one, and it
Yeah,
looks sharp. But we kind of just did it off a whim, like I don't think anybody would buy it, but just in case, it looks kind of cool, and it didn't cost anything to design it. Um,
but it does
so,
look good.
but it does look good. So
Yeah.
Samuel bought one of those, and it looks really good.
I appreciate the heck out of that thing,
Hmm.
and he sent us a couple pictures. It looks good on him. Samuel, if you're seeing this, I know you've been busy lately because this is the time you go to school, but
Yeah.
you have a good one, brother. We're always happy to see. I just heard from him right around the 5th. He said, happy anniversary. He just couldn't be on the show.
Hmm.
So it's even if you guys can't make it to this stuff, we still appreciate hearing from you
Oh
guys.
yeah.
It is wonderful. Keeps the show going. Just to know you guys you do enjoy it. It's
Hmm.
awesome. It really does feel good.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now this real quick though, this guy is a little spicy, a little sweet, kind of oaky. Pretty nice. It's burning a little weird. I had to give it a touch up right away because one side just would not stay lit compared
Hmm.
to the other side. But for not knowing what it is, and for I did a way too big a cut. I usually don't cut that much off, but it's just to the cap though.
Hmm.
So I never realized how much or how little I cut usually. Then
Hmm.
now I'm trying to rethink my position on that now that
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. But so far the taste is nice. I just wish I knew what the heck it was.
Hmm.
The only other uniform we're gonna have, by the way, guys, is a water polo. Um, and it's men's only water polo uniforms, which is the speedo. So we're gonna have a BK gent on one of the inside thigh area,
Right.
and then that'll be the entire design of it.
Hmm.
It'll come in black, white, or gray, and that's the only options.
Yeah.
So once you get a hold of those, we'll be ready for next summer. Really,
I
that'll
think so.
yeah.
I think so. My picture keeps freezing.
We're doing fine
Are
over
we
here.
freezing? Because I keep freezing over here.
No, internet looks good here, guys. Let us know in the comments. That'd be a big help just in case. But mine's running smooth. Running smooth. I want to make sure I can see. Nope, it's up to date with the little captions too. One of the only things Facebook does really well, those friggin' captions. I'll give them that. The fact
Yeah.
that it pops up completely on its own, almost in real time. It's only like a couple seconds delay from what we're actually saying.
Uh-huh.
Blows my mind. I'll give them. That's a really good one. Otherwise, it's fine there.
Okay, maybe it's just my phone because I turned off the Wi-Fi, so that we don't have any interruptions. Hopefully, with the show. All right, guys. So I have here 6 cigars in front of me, and like I said, I wanted to start getting into cigars that are in the running for top cigars of this year. Again, they didn't have to release this year, They just have to be a cigar that we really, really
They
enjoyed this
gotta
year.
be smoking good now. Everything is about now, whether it was released now or 10 years ago. If they're still blending something that, again, is a 10-year-old cigar
Mhm.
and it's still phenomenal, that's a triumph in itself. Because you're talking about, I mean, generations of growing seeds.
Yep.
You're talking about different agings, different fermentings, um, different, probably maybe different rollers. I think they might still be the same quite often, but it's so much work to get something that's as good as you remember from back in the day to as good as it is today. I think that's a really impressive thing as well. As
Yeah.
much as the wonderful stuff, because I'm looking at right now, you do have some new things in there that are absolutely incredible and deserve just as much praise for being new and noteworthy as
Yep.
something does for being tried and true.
So I am going to start from the left here, show you guys what I have picked out. These are 6 that are in contention for cigar of the year. That doesn't mean they're going to be on the list. It's just cigars that we are going to take into consideration.
Let's hear what you guys think about them too. Let us
So
know.
up first is the J London, the Gold Series. I believe this is a Luxury Cigar Club exclusive. It's kind of like almost like a torpedo, but a skinnier version of a torpedo,
Like a Torpedo Corona.
something like that.
That was a last year release, right?
It was a last year release, I believe. But these
And
cigars are fantastic, and unfortunately, J London was made in the factory that burnt down, so they lost some product, I believe. So if you guys are looking for J London cigars and they're back ordered for a while, please understand why. You know, they didn't have any control over what happened in that factory. That was
no, yeah,
horrible.
nobody did. Yeah.
Um, but they are really good cigars. So if you want to give them a try, get a hold of the Luxury Cigar Club. Tell them you want to order, a 5-pack or a box, whatever you want to order, in any size, as long as it's the Gold Series. And I think you'll enjoy it.
I agree with that. Definitely true. And like the rules stated before, it's smoking as good as it did the day it started, or the day we got the first ones. And man, it is a smooth, pretty mild as far as
Yeah,
strength goes, but flavor is definitely there. This is made for somebody who's not looking for that punch to the gut, but looking for that refined experience and something that you can enjoy, probably with a lighter drink. You're not looking for a heavy bourbon or vodka or tequila for that matter.
definitely coffee,
Coffee would be wonderful. Maybe even a little cream in that coffee.
cream of sugar.
Yeah, yeah. You're looking for something that is going to not so much fight with it. I guess is the word I'm looking
Although I
for.
would say possibly an espresso with maybe
Just a
pack of
just a
sugar.
little bit of sugar.
So that bitterness will kind of cut into the creaminess and the mellowness of the cigar.
I could see that being 100% true. Awesome call.
So up next is a new cigar for this year. That is the 20 Acre Farm. You guys have heard me rant and rave about the cigar. I'm gonna push for this cigar to make the top 10 list as hard as I can. I love this cigar. Again, another one I think you could have in the morning with a cup of coffee, and it's gonna be a fantastic way to start off your day. I love this Toro size to it. I love the presentation of the cigar. I love the flavors of the cigar. Um, Man, I can't say enough good things. I was blown away by this one, you guys. Drew Estates knows how much I love this one, and it's just a great cigar.
I see. I like it too, but those two right there are what would be up against each other, in my opinion, to go on the top 10 list. And you got someone backing up right there. Robert says the 1 acre farm is he loves it. Agreed from Eduardo. It's a great morning stick. And I guess price point too. I would probably lean towards the 20 acre. I think it's,
It's a little more budget friendly.
but if I have to choose between those two, I would probably go Jay London in this particular case. Just because they are so profile similar
Hmm.
as far as strength, what you're looking for, time of day. For those who like that kind of stuff, if you want a certain time of day,
Hmm.
usually morning would be where you smoke your lighter cigars. Um,
And it's interesting how you say you would put those two against each other because that's how I have these cigars set up.
nah,
These two would probably go against each other. These two would go against each other.
okay. And then I
Um,
want to hit some of these comments before we get to the next one real quick.
oh,
Archie, BK Gents aprons, barbecue aprons. Man, I wanted to do that, but we did a barbecue contest, King of the Grill,
nobody
last
entered.
year. Nobody entered. One person entered. That was Brian, and he won. He won. I think I sent out um one cigar for every Friday show of summer. So I think he ended up getting 12 cigars,
13, 12, yeah.
12 or 13 cigars, plus a ridiculous King of the Grill apron, which is a 99-cent store apron. It was
Hmm.
just one of those stupid like It was really thin and it was poorly made, but just a King of the Grill, so I thought that was
Yeah.
cool. And I wanted to do a bigger one, but nobody entered last time. So if you guys don't enter, I can't keep those things going. Like the birthday ones is an easy one to keep going, but we definitely need you guys to enter stuff like the best ash contest or ones like that, or it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
So if you guys like barbecue aprons, you guys want to see that kind of swag, let us know what ones you would appreciate seeing out there, and we could definitely work something out. I'm sure we can make it happen.
No, the only problem now is summer's over, so we would have to find something that would be more fall suited. And I do have
open fire grilling.
I do have a question though. I've been wanting to get those canvas pictures. I used to have a big one. It was a 4-panel canvas picture that had a glass of whiskey and a cigar. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to get one of maybe like some of the models that we work with and have them sign it, and that be a prize. It'd be a smaller one, probably like 19 by 19 or 12 by 12. But would that be something you guys would like to see as prizes instead of cigars? You know, we try to do different things. You know, we try to do swag. You know, we try to do obviously cigars. But would one of those pictures be something that you guys would want and hang up? I know some of you guys have wives or girlfriends. Maybe they're not cool with it. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Have like the man cave, like Leo's got the Stone Castle man cave. So maybe.
Yeah. So let me know if you guys would like that as a prize. But moving on.
Oh shoot! No, real quick. Archie. Putting it close to the unfortunately, the way the camera is set up, the focus is on us. Like definitely in focus. I hope at least. I really hope it looks on focus on here at least. I hope. Look at me. Look at me. But we moved the cigars closer to out of focus. So what I'm going.
Well, it's gonna be pasted. I took a picture, so I'm gonna post it after the show.
Okay, so you'll see them there.
Yeah.
So my goal is when the money comes in a little bit more. So you guys want to sign up for Facebook, Patreon. We'll get that second camera and it'll be a close-up cam of like maybe right here, right where my hand is, and we'll just cut to that whenever we want to show off the cigar, or oh look at this lighter or cutter. It'll be right there, and we just know exactly where to hold it up because we now have the feature where we're gonna have a second camera going in StreamYard, and I am on board. Oh gosh, this is a long one. I'm gonna share this one too real quick, right?
Okay.
Regarding cutting your cigars, I got a great tip a decade plus ago from a friend, Ernesto Carrillo. So he might know what he's talking about just a little bit. When you have when we're having drinks at the Bellagio after RTDA, that's before our time. IPCPR, now PCA. Gosh, there are a lot of acronyms for those guys. He showed me a very simple to open a double guillotine cutter on a flat table. Place your cigar, and it's that perfect cut every time. If you're a little nervous about how much you're going to cut off, boom, you're on the table. Well, I can't see it because I have the comment up. Dumb, Miguel. You just put it down, you cut it, and you're good to go. It becomes a perfect cutter every time. I don't even usually use a cutter, if I'm being honest. I do a little half moon with my nail, usually my pointer finger. You pull away, and it's almost perfect every time.
Yeah, but unlike Miguel, I don't have acrylic, so I really can't use my nails.
Well, I wanted to look like Flojo. I was gonna get the real long one. I was gonna go 6 inches, and then glowing, and then this finger. I don't know if you've seen these, but there's literally one where there's a tiny guppy or pulling the nail.
Yeah,
like that's disgusting. Where do I get it?
Right.
I need that in my life.
All right, guys. So up next are cigars that I would classify more as a light to medium cigars. Up first is the Don Doroteo cigar that we tried with him while he was here in the studio. This is a fantastic cigar. This is new to us this year. And I got to say, it was great to have him come all the way down from Sacramento just to be on the show. It was absolutely fantastic of him to do that for us. Great cigars. If you haven't yet tried them, you guys, they are a little harder to find because they're not everywhere just yet. But check out Don Doroteo cigars on Instagram or Facebook, and it'll give you your best way to get a hold of these cigars.
My God, they are really good. I was already loaded with a compliment, like on Bob's bird, like, oh man, I was ready with the fake compliment, ready to go just in case. I really love this. I really love those cigars. I am so glad he brought more because we had a pack and then something happened. Yeah, well, we didn't have a pack anymore.
Well, he had asked if we had smoked it yet, and I told him no. I was like, you sent us 3. When you said you're going to be on the show, I was like, okay, we're going to save them for the show.
Yeah.
So I didn't know he was going to bring more down, or else we could have smoked them beforehand, had an idea of what we were going to smoke, and then smoke the other ones. But it worked out.
So we got like 3 left, I think. And unfortunately, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. October, you're not getting those. I'm not sharing right now. If I could talk to them, over the company, maybe get more in, maybe. But right
Mhm.
now, I'm being selfish. It's mine.
I'm
Sorry.
just drop my cigar. Up next is the Cavalier White Series. I don't think it's as light as the J London or the 20 Acre Farm, but it's definitely not as heavy as the Don Doroteo. So it's a little bit right in between those cigars. Still could be a good morning cigar with some coffee, or it can be an afternoon cigar after lunch. But it is a fantastic cigar. I've probably smoked
So many.
more of these this year than almost every other cigar. Well, actually, no. This particular cigar, the White Series, I have probably smoked more of these than any other single cigar this year, um, including the Sierra V Milano, of course. Um, the only cigar company that's probably come close is Family by Loyalty. I smoked a lot of Family by Loyalty, but not all the same blend. It's been different blends because I love every single thing that they do. So when it comes to just single cigar from a company, this one is probably up there with the Milano.
Very high up there. I mean, Sebastian, the whole crew are awesome people. Great cigar right there. And that's honestly, I wouldn't have gone with that one. I would have probably went with the Inner Circle.
Hmm.
I think it's newer and I think just as wonderful, if in my own opinion, a little bit better. It kind of differentiates itself from their original core because they're going in that new direction or their new lineups
Right,
direction with just the bands and not the gold leaf, but the gold insignia.
right.
But that's a very um, standout insignia that they do for themselves, and I really appreciate
Hmm.
that. So this is a wonderful cigar you picked up. I don't even know if I'd put those two against each other because I couldn't pick one over the other. I could just pick one in a higher spot than the other. I would definitely easily put both of those on the list.
Hmm.
Easier than I could
No,
20 Acre
I'm not
versus the J
saying this is
London.
the final. These two go head to head, and the one that wins goes on
No,
the
no, no.
list.
But for today, for
But
right
for
now,
today, I'm
yeah.
just these are how they would match up.
Friend who works for Cavalier, good company. Absolutely, Archie. Yeah. Who's the friend? Who's the friend? Let us know because they're awesome people. The
They
entire
are.
group.
They
Every
are.
time we meet them at the booth or we get to just talk to them on Facebook or Instagram, wherever, always friendly, always engaging, and they're always there for their customers. So if you guys have a company that you might not have talked to yet or don't know much about, hit them up and they will get a hold
Hmm.
of you. They will let you know. Hey, GTO's in the house.
Hey, how we doing? Hey, we got your cigars. I don't know if you saw the message that we sent. We have the cigars. They are now in our review humidor. I'm gonna rest them for a little bit. We were supposed to get some reviews done this week, but when we realized our mother is having surgery
Mine
this
too.
week, we kind of pushed everything back.
You got real, yeah.
We got a bunch of different cigars that we have to try. And unfortunately, family comes first, guys. I'm sorry. So we actually pushed our reviews back by a week and a half, just so we have enough time for her to uh, recuperate a bit and make sure she's able to do stuff on her own before we leave her to her own devices. Luckily, the kids have the next week off of school, so they'll be able to help us with some of that stuff. But we want to make sure we're there for at least the next week while she recovers. Um, but don't worry, we are getting to the reviews again.
Yeah.
We got flooded with cigars, so we're like, holy crap! I know they like seeing us smoke them on the show, but
We
we
gotta
got to do reviews for these.
we
So
gotta get those
we are
reviews
gonna
in there
do
too.
reviews on the GTOs that we got in. So just yeah, we'll definitely be doing that.
See, yeah, that's exactly what Brad's saying right here. He's not out of Jay London yet, but he enjoys a light cigar, but with taste. My new go-to cigar, like the new Aganor Validation uh, cigar, the Connecticut wrapper. It's delicious. Anything Aganor style, I can almost guarantee I'm gonna like.
Hmm.
But you're absolutely right. That's a great Connecticut right there. Definitely try out Jay London. Some really good stuff in there. And thank you. Yeah, we're keeping her in our prayers. We really do appreciate that from you guys. It's 100%
Hmm.
something that we do appreciate. And I'm sticking around more because of the kids being off next week.
Yeah,
I think they get bored at the house real fast, so I just don't want them to bugger.
yeah,
They're good kids, I swear, but they're kids. They
yeah.
get bored, they get mischievous real fast. Everyone does. Oh my goodness. But yeah, get to
Up
that,
next,
Tony.
you guys, is a cigar from Noel Rojas. I actually spoke to him a couple weeks ago. I wanted to get him on during the month of September, but he was in Nicaragua so much that it just wasn't able to happen. So he hit me back up and said, "Hey, we'll do it in October." So I'm just waiting to hear back from him. This is the Street Tacos Barbacoa. This cigar is phenomenal. I have been smoking this cigar since it came out. It's always hard to find these in stock, no matter where you go. They're always out. So when you find one or two, make sure you pick them up
Good
and
one.
enjoy the hell out of them because they are fantastic.
It's a good cigar. It's very very rich. It's a little heavier than everything else so far, and I think it's probably the heaviest one out of these 6. But man, you're gonna enjoy it. I think that's a definite crowd favorite.
Mhm.
Whenever I hear anyone talk about street tacos, it's always in a positive light.
Mhm.
We got the winning Janices checking in, both Peter and Anthony. Good to see you guys.
Awesome. Awesome. So lastly, you guys, is the new cigar from Casa 1910. This is a Lucero. This is the Torpedo of the new one. Now, what separates this one from last year's release is last year's releases all had orange secondary bands, and those cigars are made exclusively of Mexican tobacco. This year, what they've done is they've actually switched it, and they have the green bands on them now, and these actually have Nicaraguan tobacco in them as well as Mexican tobacco. So they're expanding the brand, they're expanding the blends, they're expanding the countries that they use to get new flavor profiles. And I think they're still doing a great job of coming up with fantastic cigars. I'm a big fan of the torpedo shape. I like torpedo sizes when it comes to cigars, torpedoes and lanceros, Coronas. I like those cigars that aren't, your typical Robusto, Toro, Churchill kind of stuff.
I get that.
Um,
I get that.
if you guys have yet to try Casa 1910, I would definitely start by trying out with their flagship labels, which is the orange labels, which is all Mexican tobacco, to kind of get an idea of where they're coming from, and then try the ones with the Nicaraguan. These are made in Art's Factory down in Esteli. So if you guys know Art, he makes Segovia's de Esteli cigars, which are fantastic. Matter of fact, the year that he came out with his cigars was when we first met him, and I had smoked it, and I had told him, I was like, "This is the best cigar I've had from Nicaragua all year," and they were absolutely fantastic. So
phenomenal. Yeah.
You guys are not gonna be disappointed. If you guys like the stuff by Art and you guys like Mexican tobacco, Nicaraguan tobacco, this is a home run right here, you guys. Absolutely fantastic cigar. I would be surprised if that cigar did not make the top 10 list.
No, they are wonderful. You're looking at great quality from a great new company. And yeah, those the original 1910, the all Mexican tobacco, all Mexican product is also just a testament to how much they want to put into the value that they are putting out there, and they just keep one up themselves.
And I do have a photo shoot idea for this cigar that I think you Patreon guys are gonna like. So just to give you guys a heads up, it won't happen for a couple weeks because, like I said, got to be there for the mom to make sure she's recuperating. But I have a really good photo shoot idea for this, and it involves the very recent birthday girl, Jessica. So, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
It's a good idea, though. Good one. So that is 6 choices, 6 ideas on that. Hopefully, some of them will move forward to the top 10 list for this year.
Not to say these are all going on the top 10 list. Maybe none of them do. Maybe all of them do. We don't know yet. I picked these cigars because these are ones that I think could have a real shot at being on the list. As far as where they place, we will not know till Miguel and I talk about it and deliberate and argue and ultimately go with what I want because I'm the older brother. But yeah, there's still room for other cigars to be on this list. So we're going to keep looking through the humidor, seeing what's smoking really well. And there's other cigars definitely that are going to be on this list.
Oh, absolutely. In fact, Brad just mentioned one that definitely is a contender as well. We just need to get one to show off on show because I smoked our last one. The Olmec. The Olmec
definitely
is absolutely fantastic. And you're absolutely right. Yeah, it's getting some really positive reception on social media right now.
I'm not seeing anybody say anything negative about it.
I think the band itself pulled people in, and then it's already part of an amazing company, so there's going to be quality there. And then they out-delivered even their normal expectations. It is probably one of my favorites coming out of a foundation now.
Made me want to be a red jaguar all over again, or a silver snake.
I was going purple cobras, but that was going to be.
That's the wrong thing.
That's what do you call it?
I'm talking Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, but purple cobras beat all of you guys.
They can't even beat
an average Joe.
Average Joes.
You couldn't either. You would never be able to beat them in dodgeball 1-on-1 combat. Please. Anyways, it's all about the green iguanas, all right? So don't even
purple parrots.
Purple parrots, green iguanas, silver snakes,
red jaguars, blue somethings, blue piranhas, maybe,
and then something monkeys.
Green monkey? No,
brown monkeys. No, that's not good.
Damn,
there's a monkey one too. Maybe
orange, blue.
Maybe it was blue monkeys.
Silver, red, green,
blue.
Was there only 5? I thought there was purple.
No, there were 6 because you lose. You have 4 rounds. 3 teams get eliminated, or 4 teams get eliminated, and then the 2 go to the final. I don't know.
All right, somebody tell me what the colors and the animals were from Legends of the Hidden Temple, because it's gonna drive me crazy.
Oldest rules. This is Anthony on Peters. Damn it, no. Oldest does not. What do you call it?
Yeah.
Oh no, Brad also. Yeah, Brad. Yeah, everybody. All right, whatever. He can have final say just as long as you remember that I have the better palate. And just stick with that.
Dang it! I really want to know what they were now.
You're gonna get stuck on Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
They wanted to bring that back for a minute.
They should have. This is an awesome show.
It's a good idea. You'll learn. Although it doesn't make any sense because not all of the stories they were telling about history took place in a temple.
Nor were they true. I'm sure they're made up.
No, they were all true stories, just embellished to make it sound cooler. It's a fool's glass. Red jaguars, blue barracudas, green monkeys, orange iguanas, purple parrots, and silver snakes. So we got some of them mixed up. It's the barracudas. There was no piranha. Of course, there's no piranha. It's barracuda.
Both of them had sharp teeth.
Yeah, but the barracuda's cooler. It's faster in the water. I think it's like the fastest fish out there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's true. God, such a side tangent right there. Now I can't stop thinking about that show, and then Guts, of course, and
Global Guts was
Global
shit.
Guts. That friggin' mountain was awesome.
That was the shit right there.
Apparently, they got sued though after someone broke their leg and arm, I think, at the same time. Yeah, some kid like, no, I'm okay, I can continue, and then just collapsed on the course.
Like the one where they ran sideways on that wall thing. That was pretty cool.
I know it is when you want to know an answer, but you can't look. Yeah, I hate that. Like you're sitting there, just everything else goes to the side. You hear all the noises of what you should be listening to, but they're back here now in the front of your mind. I'm thinking about blue barracudas.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get it out of my head. Totally
agree. All right, so switching up really quick from Cigar Talk to movie news. They did release the next trailer for Black Panther 2: Wakanda Forever. The trailer looked pretty damn cool. Something that I didn't notice, so I watched it a second and third time, was there's actually 2 different Black Panther outfits.
Yep.
So maybe more than one person's going to wear it. I mean, obviously they're going to go with the sister because she was a Black Panther in the comics.
It only makes the most sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, when there's a new Black Panther, they're supposed to go up for a battle if anybody challenges, which I don't see why M'Baku would not have challenged her because he would have destroyed her with one punch.
I think he, after he became friends with what's his name, Chadwick Boseman character, what's his name in the
T'Challa?
T'Challa, yeah. Just Black Panther. When we became friends with Black Panther, I think he probably just respected the lineage right there. He was like, no, I gotta help his sister. I can't fight him. Although, yeah, he probably would have destroyed her. It would have been very embarrassing for everyone involved. I don't know. I'm excited to see it. I don't like the way Namor's little wings flap around.
They're awesome.
They're not awesome. That is actually a Greek mythology thing. The wings of what's his name? Hermes, yeah, on the ankles. So they're trying to go with this Aztec thing, and it's like, well, now you're just, yeah. The wings are not the best thing at the water. The wings are just, oh my goodness.
So you're telling me there's no Aztec people with wings?
Not on their ankles like that.
Really? You looked up all of the Aztec mythology?
Every last one. We literally did research on it here. I looked up all the gods.
And none of them had wings on their ankles?
Not on the ankles.
Because you know what they all look like for sure.
As much as we know, because we don't know all about, because they're fictional characters, Frankie. Fictional characters.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Namor was a mutant because of the wings. Yeah, no, that's all part of that. Yeah, he was half Atlantean, half human. All mutant.
Actually, now he's Tanakh Khan.
Oh yeah, they changed which is fine. I kind of get why they're doing that to differentiate it from Aquaman. Because I'm sorry, but Jason Momoa's Aquaman looks like he would beat up Namor.
He wouldn't actually.
It looks like oh my goodness. It looks like Jason Momoa fighting this somewhat like jogger physique man, because he does not look ripped like the rest of the superheroes.
He doesn't need to be.
He doesn't even look as good as friggin' Paul Rudd in Ant-Man. He did more work for this than I don't know the name of the actor. Damn it, who's playing Namor? But it does look good though. The entire world they're building around it, I think that was pretty awesome. Conan the Atlantean. He really does. Yeah, he does look like that. I'm not a huge Aquaman fan. I'm not a really big DC fan. It's everyone's so overpowered.
Yeah, I can't stand DC.
It's not that I hate it or anything. It's just I
Can't
prefer
stand it.
Marvel.
I can't stand it. I mean, everybody's super powerful like Superman, and oh no, Superman found something that he can't deal with. Oh, but because it's a Tuesday, he found a new power.
What do you call it? He gets the new Power Tuesday. Yeah.
Stupid. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of people that love DC. I can't stand it. I'm sorry.
And I agree with Brad. I loved the first Black Panther. I thought it was great. I
Yeah.
wish Michael B. Jordan would have died. He's such a good actor.
Would have?
Wouldn't have died.
Oh, I was like, he did die,
Like,
bro.
I wish he wouldn't have died because then maybe not him take over the role of Black Panther, but just be in them still.
Well, they did have a version of Killmonger in the What If series, and since they're dealing with
multiverse.
the multiverse, you never know. I'd like to see him come back. I think it'd be cool. I was actually really disappointed they didn't recast. I do not think Chadwick Boseman would have minded. I think he would have been fine with it.
But
I understand why they didn't want to, but at the same time, I don't think he would have minded.
And I gotta disagree with Eduardo in here. Batman's the most overpowered character ever. He becomes a literal god because he's Batman. That's how he becomes Batman, or that's how he becomes a new Genesis god. I think it's a new Genesis.
New Genesis.
He can fight Darkseid, which is supposed to be someone who's destroyed galaxies and worlds and different realities. And yeah, it's all bad. It's all I know. Yeah,
the Flash is super overpowered because of the Speed Force.
He can change the entire universe. He changed the reality. He just goes back in time.
But what are the other two that he mentioned? Green Arrow.
Green Arrow is definitely not overpowered. Green Arrow is a really interesting character. They all are.
Green Arrow's okay, I guess, because he's not super powered. Robin, which Robin? I mean, there's what, at least 4 different Robins that are mainstream plus
well, that's because they all keep dying.
The girl
so
Carrie
girl.
Kelly or whatever.
Oh no, yeah, from the Dark Knight series, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously Jason Todd was not overpowered because he died.
What do you call it? I agree with Arch though. Wonder Woman's a fun one. Gal Gadot's gorgeous. I'm sorry, that's the number one thing right there. Why recast when the sister taking over is in the comics? Yeah, I agree with that. I like that.
It is in the comics, but that wasn't the way they were gonna go with the story originally. So that's why I was saying if they wanted to continue the original story idea, that they wouldn't mind them recasting. I have no problem with them continuing with her because again, she was in the comics for a while as Black Panther. That's not an issue.
I prefer that honestly than them recasting. I think it doesn't. It's not like where Don Cheadle took over for what's his name for War Machine, where they put it in one of the standalone kind of not even its own standalone movie. It was an offshoot of Iron Man. It was just one of his buddies at the time, and then it became more important. So I don't want them to recast. I'm glad they did. Almost smoked a Las Calaveras cigar to the end. Good medium body taste. Only small issue is that I had to touch it up a few times. I don't mind having to touch up a cigar if I'm enjoying the flavors. If it's going out on me is the part that I really don't care for.
Yeah, and that's why we stash all our cigars that we're going to smoke on the show or review into our reviewing humidor. We make sure we keep that really nice and humidified, and we give it a little bit of time before we actually take them out of there and smoke them. So, like I said, we just got some cigars from GTO. We stash those in there. We're going to give them a little bit to acclimate and to really get to where we like them to smoke, and then we're going to start doing reviews on them.
Okay, it's going to be good. I enjoy the heck out of that plan.
Although I will say, I don't care for the DC movies as much as I do the Marvel movies. I still want to watch Black Adam just because it's a superhero movie, and I like to see what they do with it.
Yeah, I mean, I had fun watching Shazam, even though I wasn't the biggest Shazam fan. I liked the new Batman movie. I thought that was fun. It wasn't my favorite, but it was definitely good. Black Adam looks interesting. I like how they're bringing in so many characters now. They're really putting the pedal to the metal on that one.
Yeah, Hawkman and Dr. Fate.
And Adam too. I think he's supposed to be in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw a teaser trailer. It might not be for that, but I could have swore they showed him in his giant, like he grew gigantic.
Oh, I didn't see that. Maybe I missed that.
Someone's gonna have to what do you call it? Fact check me on that one. So I'm pretty sure I did, but I could be wrong. Nonetheless,
either way, that's still really cool.
Adam Smasher. All right.
But yeah, so some good stuff coming up in the movies. Still waiting for them to bring the
okay.
actual X-Men into everything because they were just always my favorite. So we'll just have to wait a little bit longer.
As long as they don't bring Cyclops, it's like the worst. It's just the worst
Oh my
character ever. So
God.
boring. Oh, Jean Grey, I'm so sad. Oh, all the time.
If I had optic blast, I'd optic blast the shit out of
I
you
got
right now.
laser beam eyes. Oh, I can't use them though unless I have my glasses. He can't octobeam without his glasses. Great advice on storing newly received cigars. Always done, even if I pick them up from the brick and mortar. Yeah, I think the only time that I smoke right away is when I get them out of the brick and mortar, or if I'm too impatient and we get like a 5-pack online or something, or like a box, and I can't, if I'm able to open it, like we're not saving it for something, I'll take one right out.
And I will say,
Yeah.
obviously, you're gonna want to smoke one if you buy it at a brick and mortar, and you're gonna stay. You're not gonna want to
Just sit there.
sit there. Yeah. So,
No,
yeah.
but when you bring them home, I think that's what Brad's saying.
Yeah.
And Dr. Fate looks really cool. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with Eduardo.
I thought Hawkman looked pretty cool too.
Yeah, someone was saying like, "Oh, the CG doesn't look that great." It looks pretty dang good. Have you
I like
seen
it.
the stupid eye they put on Doctor Strange, or the ghost floating kid in Thor: Love and Thunder? DC's doing fine with their CG. After they skipped over the little rough Justice League with some of that CG in there, that looked not so great.
Yeah.
It's getting better, and you're asking for so many friggin' movies to look so great, and a lot of them do look pretty dang good. Maybe not their original, the first few movies where they really swung for the fences. Now they're kind of pushing out more and more. There's more series, there's more movies, there's more animation stuff. My goodness, there's a couple for Marvel now, other than What If, right? There's going to be like 2 others, I think, that are animated.
I forget what they were, but yeah, there's gonna be a couple more.
But it just builds up. So there's only so much talent to go around. These guys are working 15, 16-hour days just on like sound, let alone everything else. So I think we just got to eat what's on our plate right now.
Yeah.
Then we have other stuff to look forward to that's not even technically superhero related, but like sci-fi, like the Avatar movie, which should be really good CGI. I didn't care for the plot at all. I was really bored with it.
I never watched the first one.
You're not missing anything, but it looks really good. They did a really good job with the special effects and the fact that everything is CGI. So that they did a good job. The fact that the plot was basically Pocahontas in space with monsters, it was rough. But people enjoyed it, so heck, enjoy what you want to enjoy. So as long as it's not the Fast and Furious series.
So before we go, because we have to wrap up a little bit early, guys. Like I said, we got to get over to my mom's house and start getting ready for tomorrow. I'm going to ask you and everybody in the comments. You can answer too if you're a comic book fan. Who do you think, after Kang, obviously, because he's the next big villain?
Yeah.
Who do you think should follow that? Dr. Doom, Galactus, or Zeus in the Pantheon of Gods?
You got to fight Zeus in the Pantheon of Gods, you think?
Well, because obviously at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder,
Hercules
is gonna do some shit.
Yeah.
Now that could either be a Thor 4 movie, kind of a thing.
You, Robert.
Or they can stretch it out to where, the whole Pantheon comes and he calls on the Avengers to help him out.
Need some buddies.
Yeah. So who do you think? Zeus in the Pantheon, Galactus, or Doctor Doom? Who would you like to see? Now, who do you think it's going to be? Who would you like to see?
Who would I like to see?
Yeah.
First, I want to go with Eduardo saying Doctor Doom would be a good tie-in with the Beyonder. Awesome call. Galactus is his guess for the next one, or what he wants. I want to see Norman Osborn in the Dark Reign series. I want them to bring in Defoe's getting old. He did really good in this last one, but then how they did it, so he's not really in that universe anymore. So it kind of cuts that out a little bit. But you would need to bring in other Greek gods in that case. You need Ares, you need Dakin. There's another, it's not Miss Marvel, but someone who took her spot. I forget who it was in the comics. But you have Venom still there, and technically there's a Venom symbiote in the Marvel universe now, which was kind of cool. That is one of my favorite story arcs. Is a Dark Reign, and then that brings Namor still in there. You have him, and he's kind of an anti-hero, but then you need Doctor Doom in that as well. So man, that would be fun. I appreciate it, brother. Whenever you have a chance, what do you call it? Love to talk to you more.
Absolutely.
Appreciate the special prayer. We do.
Absolutely.
Chris says Doctor Doom could headline his own movie. The Book of Doom. Oh yeah, okay. Now I like it. Yeah, he doesn't need to be a villain in the same sense that we have these other guys who it's like Captain America's movie with this villain, or the Avengers with this villain. It could be a Doctor Doom movie.
Mhm.
Like at Black Adam, technically a villain
Mhm.
for most of it. Like almost all of what I've seen him in, at least, he's always a villain.
Well, he's not so much a villain as someone who just wants to take care of conduct.
So then
So
why does he keep messing with everyone else? To go back to Condor.
he
It's a
does,
hit.
but they try to mess with
It's a
him.
hidden place. It's covered by magic. They don't even know where it's at.
I know where it's at.
It's like Gorilla Grodd. Like, oh no, Abe's have to be number one. Oh my goodness, I'm Gorilla Grodd.
I did forget one. I would like to see World Breaker Hulk.
I think they're working on a World War Hulk.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But they'd have to do the story right though. But for me,
that involves a lot of murder though.
I'd like to see Galactus. I've always been a big Galactus fan. I think they did him really shitty in the Fantastic Four movie.
You didn't like the storm thingy and the cloud in the sky, and
I'd like to see a big ass Galactus like talking to Reed Richards, like
staring down.
I'm gonna eat your planet. He's like, oh no, you didn't.
Don't you do that? Don't you disrespect her?
Yeah,
girl. Don't you do that? As long as he is as smart as he was in Multiverse of Madness, we'll be fine. Earth is safe. So bad. The smartest man in the world. And then he's like, I'm about to tell you how to beat us real quick. That was rough.
Yeah.
I think you need Norton to do World Breaker. He would be I don't think he would. I just don't think he likes doing superhero movies too much, but he wasn't bad as Bruce Banner. Or yeah. I think you're right. I think it would be okay to see a multiverse version of the Hulk, and that's the World Breaker Hulk we see instead of Mark Ruffalo's kind of silly now and not so. Because in the beginning he was very much torn by his powers, his smarts, and him trying to do the right thing all the time, which was a great thing. And now it's just he's kind of comic relief, and they're doing way too much comedy.
It would be interesting to see Ruffalo as whatever Dr. Hulk, the half Banner, half
Mr.
Hulk.
Fix It, but how he is now.
Yeah, so how he is now, and to see Norton as like the normal Hulk, and then to see Eric Bana, I forget the name. I'm sure Eduardo knows, but he's like this older, gruffier version of the Hulk that just kills everything.
It's like old man Hulk, basically.
Yeah, it's like old man Hulk, but he has a name, and I forget what the name is.
Blank Man movie. Oh, of course. Hey, Jeff, no worries. We're about to wrap up anyways, brother, so you tuned at the right time.
Yeah.
The Maestro?
The Maestro.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's what it's called. Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see. So it'd be cool to see all three versions in one movie.
I mean, we got all three of those Spider-Mans.
Yeah.
You got the Amazing Spider-Man, you got Tobey Maguire, the best Spider-Man, and then you have Little British Boy Spider-Man, which is really good too. All of them are good. So you have obviously the best Dirt in Your Ass Spider-Man. You have Crybaby Spider-Man, but he's amazing for some reason. And then you have British Spider-Man. So good Spider-Mans.
Anyways, you guys, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you guys for all your thoughts and prayers for our mom.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys know how her surgery goes. I'm sure pretty soon. We're just waiting to hear what time we have to get her to the hospital and all that stuff.
I really hate that they're not telling us.
Yeah, so we do appreciate that. Again, you guys, Monday's show is going to be canceled. We will be at the funeral for our uncle.
Yeah.
So I know you guys will understand. Thank you guys so much. And we will see you guys Saturday. Friday's show will be also postponed because we'll be picking up children.
And yeah.
So Friday's show will be moved to Saturday. I'll find out a better time and I'll let you guys know. But it's definitely going to be after the Texas-Oklahoma game.
We should work our best to try to get a special guest that's in town for that last day to be on.
And then but it'll be before 4:00 because we do have an event this Saturday over at the fairgrounds that we have to be at. So it'll be somewhere between that time, guys.
Absolutely. And do me a favor, though, guys. If you have a second before you tune out, go check out the links in the description. You can sign up for Patreon. The next pack will be out in December for our Patreon supporters. That's the gentleman's agreement. We have the Facebook support. It's that Teal Shield. Really helps keep the show going, guys, if you'd sign up for that. I'm trying to calculate exactly how many. There's a certain number we hit, and then I'm just going to focus on the show and this kind of stuff, which would be amazing. I mean, more content for you guys, the quicker it would come out. There is artistascigars.com. Check that out. Check out everything that they have. Get your tickets for our Family Heritage Festival or for Cigar Heritage Festival. That is on the 4th of December.
Yeah, it's coming up quick, guys. So get your plane tickets. Get your tickets to the event itself. It's going to be a lot of fun. Jeff, you might want to look into it. It's going to be a lot of fun over there, guys. a lot of different people out there. So can't wait to get out there for our first East Coast event.
Yeah. All right, people. Y'all have a good one, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you guys.